Hey, now I've been wanting to give my Microfreak a little bit more attention than I usually give it because I've been quite busy lately and I just haven't had the time to experiment, and I've been really wanting to have a West Coast sound with some of the jams and music that I've been doing, and instead of like booting up a VST or finding something that could do what I want, let's see if we can make this machine do some of those really cool West Coast sounds. Alright, I've got the Microfreak in front of me and I wanted to go over how I set up the West Coast style patch. Now, looking at a few companies like Buchla and especially their music easel, I was able to take some of the ideas and apply it to the Microfreak. So I've got the template set up, but I'm just going to reset that. So I've got a default tone. And there's two main things that I want to cover. One being a low pass gate, and the other one is creating a complex oscillator. So starting with low pass gate, is what it really is we have a low pass filter connected to a amplitude or the volume. So as the volume goes down, the cutoff comes down as well. So you get these like tapered off but muted sounds, which sounds more lifelike, and it does have a lot of benefits, especially with like plucky things. And this is actually quite easy to set up because some clever person at Arturia allowed us to link them up. So we can go filter them out, we make that 100%, and then we can turn the cutoff right down and make sure it's the low pass filter. And then we'll do some shaping of the envelope, and now we get this sort of plucky sound, which is really useful. So we can do like a chord, we can get it so it cuts off so it sounds more muted. Cool. Now we'll move on to the complex oscillator. Now a lot of the oscillator designs is that they usually have two waveforms that bounce off each other. But what I found on the Microfreak, if we go over to the wave shaper, this is a couple of different oscillator shapes that we can have a wave shaper as well as a wave folder, so we can get into that complex sound. So we'll go back to mono. We'll turn it down so you can hear the waveform. So we've got a short, and then we have a sine, and then we have a square. And then we can start really messing with that sound. And we can leave it there, but me being me, I like my stuff to be complex. So I'm going to use the cycling envelope to create a FM modulation of this oscillator. So what I like to do is we'll get it so we can see that we have 1 millisecond on the rise and the fall, and then we make sure that the hold or sustain knob is all the way down, and we'll turn the amount all the way up, and then using the matrix we'll scroll to where the cyclo envelope touches the pitch, and we can scroll that up. Now I have the control for the cycle envelope here, so we can get those really gnarly sounds. So if we open the sustain right up, and we're back to the original tone. So we have a lot of complexity there. We've got the low pass gate going on. And the other thing I like about the Buchla music easel, it has a 5-stage sequencer, which we can mimic here by going to the sequence length, and then we can turn that down to 5, and that gives us that 5-step sequence. Now this is pretty much all I'm going to do right now. We have a lot of stuff to still muck around with. We can change the rate of the LFO, we got glide, we can start really tweaking some of these values in the patch bay. But what I've done now is that I've recorded 20 patches with this machine, just going over, taking this further and seeing where I could take it. I have included that template as well, so if you wanted to download it, you can get to this point where the machine is right now and you can start mucking around. I think I left it so you still got the original 16 steps here, but that's quite easy to change. So I thought let's go through some of the patches I made and then we'll finish up. What I should mention is I got the drum brute set up over there to help accompany these little patches as well, so I hope you enjoy. So I hope you found those presets quite interesting. Now I have put them in a URL down below so you can go download them and enjoy them for yourself. There are 20 of them, but one of them is that tutorial. So how we went through the low pass gate, how we created that complex oscillator with the FM, and I've just left it there so you can just start exploring instead of having to retweak all the dials from this video. So if you want to throw it on your Microfreak, and then leave it there, and whenever you feel the vibe to create some West Coast style synthesis, just bring it out. I do want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been downloading these patches. Like, I always wanted my content to be accessible. Like, if you've got the machine, you watch one of my videos, you can go get some presets to inspire you to create, and being able to put your stuff out there and work within these constraints of what these older machines or these styles of music are. And from that, I always put it as an honorary system, so you can download it for free or you can throw a few dollars, and not thinking about it. But I really wanted to express my gratitude because those few dollars has actually helped for in purchasing these lights, and I've thrown a bit of my budget around. But yeah, having access to these lights has really improved the quality of the videos I can create, as well as creating some different styles and seeing what I can muck around with. So it does help out in the long run. I do want to see where this channel goes because I really enjoy the type of content I'm creating, and seeing and connecting with all the other synth YouTubers and people that are mucking around with these machines. So I'm really thankful. Now, I'm glad that you stuck to the end, and yeah, if you wanted to stick around a bit longer, definitely hit that subscribe button. I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, if you wanting to make some of those really West Coast cool vibes, I really want to hear them. So definitely link me to any of the content you create using these presets. And yeah, I hope to see you next time.